I am here representing the Daring Company. I'm Ruz Ellington.
My name is Kraft Lawrence.
If my information is correct, you're from the Lowen Merchant Guild, yes?
Yes.
Lord Goldens from your guild has ensured that we have been treated most favorably since arriving here.
I know the name, but I'm only a simple merchant.
From the way you dress and carry yourself, I can tell you're just being modest. Especially when accompanied by such a noble young lady as your companion over there. Now, I'd like to tell you the decision we came to after discussing the proposal you presented to us. We can offer you 2,000 Trenny silver coins. Mr. Bolden's representative suggested a starting price of 2,500. But we know your intention is to use it in the fur market, so we felt it was a tad extravagant for some independent merchants trading by themselves. However, we will waive our handling fee. The full 2,000 will be yours to use. Of course, that quantity of silver would be cumbersome. As such, it will be our pleasure to offer you 60 Lumion gold coins instead.
That is most generous.
Well, not really. It's an investment. It takes great skill for one to come up with a manner of profiting from the confused state of the market in this city. I believe that this will be the first of many triumphs for you. We merely wish to share with you in your good fortune. It seems that fortune also shines on you. In her infinite wisdom, she has chosen to have you two meet in this city. Judging by how calm you are in the face of such an enormous deal, I'd say you're a man who is used to good fortune, and that, good sir, pleases me. Every deal takes a certain amount of luck to succeed. Those without it do not stay in the merchant trade for long. So our trust in you is not frivolous.
That's very kind of you.
And how shall we transfer the funds?
You're buying your supply of furs from the Archie Company, yes? Your instincts for trade are remarkable. I would love to hear the method you use for picking your prospects.
I'm afraid my throat's sore. Talking is rather uncomfortable right now. Well, Lawrence?
Let me think. I'm not sure I could sleep with such a big pile of gold staring at me all night.
Large sums of money tend to inflate people's sense of importance. It may even make them more demanding, while continuing to give off an air of calm. Truly amazing. You said that as if you were being modest, but your eyes were sharp and told the truth. And that is quite wonderful. Would it be agreeable to all if we had the transfer of money occur just prior to your purchase?
What do you think? That will work fine.
Let's pray that everything goes according to plan.
That man is intolerable.
I've never dealt with someone like him before. He makes me feel like a pathetic little traitor in comparison.
Do you really believe that?
I do. If there are even a couple hundred silver coins on the line for me, I can't fall asleep, but traders in his league don't even worry.
That didn't stop you from holding your own with him. I'm not used to men of his class being spoken to like that. I'm sure he wasn't either. But now he knows not to underestimate a simple traveling merchant.
You flatter me too much.
Are you certain you're not the heir to some rich company owned by nobles?
Only sometimes, in my dreams.
You are too much. So, how did the two of you first meet? You had to know I was curious. I said I wouldn't ask, but too bad. I just can't help it.
People ask me that all the time.
It wouldn't surprise me if she came from a noble family that had fallen on hard times.
Well, I'm pretty sure she was born in the north. When we met, she'd been living in a village of wheat farmers from the south for some time. I came through that way on business a while back, and I found her hiding in my cart one night. She asked if I would help her return to the north. For some reason, I said yes, and everything after has been complicated.
Well, that sounds like the sweetest, most adorable story ever.
Don't rub it in.
If you start where it gets complicated, maybe then I'll listen. I bet that it's something you couldn't even confess to a priest.
Our troubles would only scandalize a priest.
That must have been some first meeting, judging by the clothes you bought her.
Trust me, she would have bought them herself.
Not that she really needs nice clothes, since from the looks of it, she'd do just fine without any of her clothes on at all. Take my advice and try to keep it down when you two are at the inn. Even Even when you pay to meet with someone, there's never any real guarantee it will be worth it. Give thanks for the day you met. The man who bought me was... the only word I can think of is pathetic.
Well, now it's your turn.
In the country I'm from, the wool trade is everything. He thought he could corner the wool futures market, so he dumped everything he had into it. Of course, he couldn't have guessed a royal decree would change the policy and clean him out. Then, on the same day that his bankruptcy was finalized, because he had more pride than any noble I'd met, he cut his own throat, killing himself. Well, at least he died with a little bit of honor. I absolutely hated my wedding day. My grandfather kept saying it would be the greatest wedding the Balan family had ever seen. It felt more like my funeral, but it wasn't all bad. I never had to worry where my next meal was coming from, and thankfully I didn't have to bear his children. With the access I had, it was easy to skim money from his purse without anyone noticing. He lost everything in the bankruptcy, the house, his assets, but I had plenty of money saved to start a business. Now there's nothing that will stop me from becoming more successful than he ever was. Then everyone will see that he had no right to buy his equal. Not for that cheap. I'm worth more than a man could possibly dream of earning in a lifetime. I'm just being stupid. Forget I said anything. I like to remind myself where I came from. That way I can see where to go. Would you believe I was jealous of you two? That's enough nonsense. Now, we should only be worried about making a profit. Am I right?
I couldn't agree with you more.
Once they've made their choice about the fur trade public, we'll go into negotiations. Just make sure to let the old man know where we can find you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's to the deal going our way.
I'll second that.
Please do not waste my time with such dithering ever again.
You sat there quiet as a mouse.
There was nothing else I could do but sit.
Well, I was glad you were there. It helped me.
Are you not going to ask me if her story was a fabrication?
Not now.
I understand why you feel the need to make all of the decisions by yourself, but that matters very little to me. It would be wise to rely on your partner a bit more. The thought of selling me off is becoming burdensome to you, is it not?
I can only keep track of one thing at a time.
All it takes is a little practice, and you can do anything. You should practice with me, yes?
Putting my trust in you? Do you really think I'd fall for that one?
What is your problem?
Your tricks won't work on me.
Maybe. But you will always have the heart of an innocent child.
That's right, but after this I'm going to have to learn to let go. We only have a little longer.
There is no denying it. You are speaking the truth. Yes, a little longer. It is wonderful how time can bring such changes. Not long ago, you would be trembling if I were leaning against you like this. You cannot just grab it! Simpleton. Are you not going to panic now?
You ever try saying what you really think? Then I might start panicking.
You know,
What's that?
I hoped that you would panic some.
Of course you would.
Our journey should end here. You think I jest, do you not?
Of course I do.
Well, this is far from a joke.
I can't. I swore I would take you back to your hometown. That's the promise I made to you.
You have taken me far enough along the way.
But to end it, why? What happened?
It is like your little fox said. Give thanks for the day you met. Very wise for a human female. I never want to stop giving thanks for the day we met. That is why parting here is the right thing to do.
I don't ever want to stop being thankful for you, but I can't just let you leave like this.
This journey with you has been a joy. Laughter and tears. You have learned to tolerate my sneaky ways and even my childish temper when we have quarreled. I never imagined I could have had such a rich experience after having been alone for so many years. My heart's wish is for us to continue like this forever.
Then why?
I have no fear of watching you grow old while I remain young. I'll even watch you on your deathbed. I am no stranger to death. But your heart is like that of an innocent child. It has always accepted everything about me, without hesitation. Because of that, I am very afraid.
You are scared.
I'm scared. And this is precisely what I am afraid of. You have to know. It is so much fun arguing with you. So much so that I want to eat you all up. But if all you ever eat are the delicious things, then where does it end? If tomorrow is better than today, and the day after that surpasses them both, time flies because you expect it to be like that forever. What happens when we reach the end of that perpetual journey? It will begin with a sense of dissatisfaction. Our playful fights will become tedious chores. Then all we will have left is the memory of who we once were. That is why I am scared. I do not wish for the joy we share to be hastened forward relentlessly. Because of your kindness.
There must be some story you've heard. One where everybody lived happily ever after.
It exists not in this world, but you are so close now to fulfilling your dream. There is no better time to part than when we wish for it never to end.
You may be right. So did you finish reading it?
Yes. It is mostly the same as the memories I have of it. Do you think we should return it before I get drunk and spill wine all over the pages?
I suppose so. There's also the chance that you'd fall asleep reading it and the pages would end up stuck together with your drool.
I never drool when I sleep.
Of course not. Just like you never snore either.
Would you like to know the things you say when you are sleeping?
I already know what I say. Please don't order more food. I can't afford it.
I have more than earned my bread on this trip, I should think.
You can say that now. But if we hadn't turned a profit in Kumersun, we'd probably have starved to death. Or you would have ended up having to eat my horse. Oh!
Once you taste poison, you might as well finish the meal. If it comes to that, you would make as fine a dish as any.
Well, do you have any idea what you'd like to eat once the books are returned?
I am going to wait to choose that.
Be sure to find us if anything changes. We have to stop by Rigaro's place for a bit.
That inn is going to become your shop, will it not?
Yeah?
I thought you would be happier. Is this not a joyous occasion?
You're right. I suppose so.
It seems there are many people upset by the decision from the 50-man meeting.
They're probably too busy figuring out how to make money to be upset.
But you and your fox partnered up all right.
She's not my partner. With her, it's strictly temporary.
That is probably for the best. It seemed like that wretched store owner was wary of her as well. If the money comes as planned, then all will be well.
That's the truth.
Everything is going perfectly.
I know. That's kind of what's bothering me.
You should not concern yourself with past failures. Be more careful. I am worth 2,000 silver coins, you know.
Of course.
I wonder how much wine you could buy with all that.
Not just wine, but all sorts of the best food there is. When all this is over, you can eat your fill.
We should. No. I am going to drink so much that I vomit before I even start to feel drunk.
But that wouldn't stop you. You just drink more and do it all over again.
Yes, I would.
I'm terribly sorry. Rigaro is not here at the moment.
Did you find something you wanted to read?
Let's see.
Please feel free to take out anything you like. They may be very valuable, but they're only books. It makes me quite happy to see someone get some use out of them.
Just try not to drool on any of the pages, okay?
I do not drool.
I still can't get used to it. Here it is the middle of winter, and I'm staring at fruit and green leaves.
It's wonderful.
Rigaro told me that he can keep the tree like this all year long if he puts enough work into it.
Well, that was prideful of him. I am so sorry.
Don't be.
Why don't I go and get you something to drink?
Oh, you don't have to do that. It's salty.
Is there something wrong?
Not at all. The statue of our Holy Mother you have just looks so peaceful. I thought I'd stress her out with my problems.
As you should.
Is Rigoro at a meeting or something?
Yes. They called him away quite suddenly. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Wasn't supposed to mention that.
I'll pretend I didn't hear it. It's my fault. I really shouldn't even have asked you. Why don't you tell me about the construction of this glass house?
It took over 3 years to build. Each piece had to be patiently shaped to fit the design he had laid out.
Wow. 3 years.
They would call him for work, and he'd always risk being late because he couldn't tear himself away from his garden.
He'd probably rather just be a gardener, but isn't being a scribe a pretty important job to the church?
God calls us each to the work that will be most beneficial to our souls. On the other hand, if he chose to give up being a scribe and stay here tending to his garden all day, which I'm certain he would love, God would be pleased. I like to imagine that sometimes.
I think our humblest dreams can be the hardest to make come true.
Yes, that seems to be the case. Sometimes, when I'm watching him, it feels as if I could stay that way forever. Truly, it's when I feel most at peace. I'm sorry, is everything all right?
It's just that what you said, it was so beautiful.
You embarrassed me.
I can't think of anything more blessed than to follow a humble dream all your life. It's all I want to do. Did you destroy any books?
They're fine, and you?
I think I managed. We had a really good talk, actually. Who do you think that is?
Yes, may I help you?
It's me. Is Lawrence in there? It's bad. We have to get out of here.
Tell me what's wrong.
The town's rioting.
What do you mean?